Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
The Journal of Olo Quickfoot, 17th of Lucreza. What a time Olo is having. Olo's gang has proven themselves once again, though not without some missteps. After dealing with those broke thieves, Olo and the crew, under Olo's expert leadership, took a rest. It was well deserved, of course. We then headed north to the river, and Olo had the brilliant idea of letting Kramit take point. Olo must admit, watching his luxurious hair blow in the wind was quite a sight. The frog may be odd, but he's got style. As the sun began to set, Olo's sharp instincts told him it was time to make camp. The other side of the river? Nasty. Full of decaying trees, but Olo bet Maelstrom would love it. Seems like his kind of aesthetic, after all. The gang went foraging and hunting, but Olo is a city cat, not built for plucking berries from bushes like some peasant. Kramit, our supposed hunter, didn't deliver. Broke his bow, of all things. Olo questioned his decision but let him stay as the pathfinder. Kramit did redeem himself later by finding us a perfect camping spot, so perhaps Olo's judgment isn't so flawed after all. Olo slept like a king that night, dreams of warm milk swirling in his head, but the next morning wasn't as pleasant. Rain. Warm and relentless. Olo needs to remember to pack an umbrella next time. Noted. As the gang trekked along, we spotted a magnificent deer. Now, Olo has always been a humble cat, but seeing Kramit's performance, Olo had to step up. One quick shot from Olo's sling, and down went the deer. The gang gathered the meat, and Olo basked in his own glory. Later, more game appeared, rabbits. Maelstrom, clearly inspired by Olo's previous hunting actions, attempted some fancy magic to catch them. We saw silly chant and waving his hands around, he cast a fire bolt at the creatures. Instead of a fire-roasted rabbit, he set himself ablaze. Silly wizard. Olo laughed, but after another failed attempt at foraging, Olo made a mental note, always bring rations. The night's meal was equally disappointing. Hookah, our bard, burned the venison. Overcooked and dry. Olo deserves better. Batalas, the group pressed on. Oh, but Olo must recount the Minotaur incident. The gang was awoken by loud noises in the forest. Two hulking minotaurs charged at us. One with an eye patch, a pirate minotaur, perhaps. Kramit, Juka and Baconator dodged its mighty swing, and Juka even landed a punch straight to its eye. Maelstrom followed with some flashy chanting and hand-waving, sent fireballs crashing into the beasts. Olo, not one to be outdone, launched a precision slingshot, though it didn't bring the creature down. As the battle raged on, Baconator and Kramit were both gored and were grievously wounded. The Minotaur with the eye patch struck Juka with his huge fist and sent him flying to the ground, unable to rise. Olo was starting to wonder if he'd need to find a new gang. But Olo stayed calm. With a masterful shot, Olo took down the brute that struck Kramit and Baconator. And then, our ass, blessed, crushed the Minotaur's head. It was a thing of beauty. After the battle, Olo showed his hidden talents as a healer. Who would have thought Olo would make such a fine doctor? With some quick work, Olo stabilized both Juka and Kramit, proving once again that Olo is indispensable to the gang. Baconator, though, didn't make it. Poor Kramit, he'll miss that dirty pig on cold nights as he sleeps alone, Olo is sure. The adventure didn't stop there. Further down the road, after being dragged through a nasty swamp, we encountered a suspicious old man, who Olo is convinced was none other than Stormhand, the wizard we're hunting. Olo spied the horn shell on his back, the one we need for that whiny bard girl with dirty hands. Our plan to poison him was cut short when he vanished in a flash. Perhaps Storm had studied at the same school as Maelstrom and hit himself with a lightning bolt. The next morning, we packed up and made our way to the location where we suspected Stormhand would be found. In the center of a clearing, we found a large well with a spiral staircase descending deep into the water. Our good friend Crummet, in his infinite frog wisdom, decided it was a good idea to test the water. As soon as he dipped his toe in, a water elemental sprang up. We faced a water element with determination. Crummet, quick to action, loosed an arrow that pierced the beast. The group then incurred the elemental's wrath as it cast a tidal wave towards us. Later after the fight, while performing my duties as gang leader and doctor, I had to remind Joka that there is a time and place to play in the water, and during a battle with a water elemental is not one of them. Maelstrom, to everyone's surprise especially Olo's, did some more silly dancing and chanting. He crafted a great pillar from the earth that lifted the creature into the air with his magic and then fried it with lightning. Off balance, the elemental fell to its death, smashing to the ground. Silly dances and chanting do have their uses, it seems. And so, Olo's gang marches on, bruised but alive. Olo's final thought for the day: a broken bow can still kill, don't let Joka near the kitchen, and never underestimate the power of a silly wizard's dance. Also, Olo, losing Baconator has taught us a lesson. Do not take our beast companion for granted. So, today we name our ass. She will now be called Smack in honor of the way she dealt with that Minotaur. Yes, Smack, Olo's ass. May she live long. Stay sharp, Olo, stay sharp. Dr. Olo Quickfoot, thief and deer hunter.